I'm going to share. This is kind of my junk room right here, guys. I have a room upstairs that um you can see that I've got a lot of books. There's stacks of baseball cards. Those are mostly all commons right there. I've got the good stuff uh safely stored away in albums and in mostly in card sleeves, but I don't have as much good baseball card stuff as I used to have. I have that little card catalog right there. And one of the drawers is missing because it's sitting right here in my lap right now. Um, and then you see all these baseball card albums down there. I also have that box right there. That's kind of, I have my good stuff in there. There's also a ton of, some of these drawers are just completely full of baseball cards and sleeves and stuff. So this room is a little junky right now. I've got some bunch of stuff over here, books and different things, but you've got some weights down there. Anyway, right here, you will see that I have coins. I'm going to go one by one through here. Some of them are certified. For example, this one is a 1930 Philadelphia Lincoln cent, graded 65 red. I bought this not too long ago. You can see that on the front, and on the back you can see what that looks like. I'm just going to go one by one here. This is a 1942 Denver Mint 65 full steps, 5 full steps Lincoln nickel. So you can kind of see that on the back there. Some of them are done by PCGS, and this one's done by NGC. I've got, let's see, this is PCGS 1940D. Now that one is, it mint state 66 with full steps. That's pretty sweet right there. I'm just going to go through all of my coins here. I've got a lot of coins that I want to get graded. I need to eventually get them graded. This may be the most valuable coin that I have in my entire collection right here. This is a 1931 S Lincoln cent, which there were fewer than 1 million of these minted back in 1931. And it's graded in 64 red brown. I like to get them as red as I can, but I'm not looking to spend an arm and a leg on these things. So if you know anything about the coin hobby, coins can get very expensive very quickly, especially when you get those rarer coins and then you try to get them in very good condition. And it's like, even in that 64 red brown, that coin was like $300. So these get kind of pricey pretty quick. This is a 1955 Benjamin Franklin $50. This is in proof 67. So this is almost, you have to remember, a 70 is perfect. They consider 70 perfect. So the fact that this is in 67, this is pretty darn near perfect. Proof was just a special process where they got these mirror-like surfaces on them. So you'll see that the $50. You have to remember, this coin is basically 70, a little over 70 years old, which is not nearly my oldest coins, but this one's a little newer. I bought this because the North Carolina State Quarter, and I got it in proof 69 deep cameo. So this is like all basically nearly perfect quarter right here. 2001 S deep cameo, proof 69 North Carolina State Quarter. Oh, let's see. This is going back a little older. This is a 1937. So this is what? Almost 90. It'll be 90 years old next year. 89-year-old coin. This is the famous Buffalo nickel. Trying to get this to... Come on, zoom in. Well, anyway. There we go. Now you can see it a little bit better. That is my Buffalo nickel, 1937. S mint, San Francisco mint. That's what the front looks like, and it's called a Buffalo nickel because there was a buffalo on the back, as you can see right there. And this is my last graded coin right here. This one's even a little bit older. See that year right there? 1880. So this coin is 146 years old. Graded mint state 63. This is what they call a Morgan silver dollar. So these were 90% silver. 1880. Kind of looks like the Statue of Liberty up there. Statue of Liberty wasn't even open yet. It opened in 1886. I think that's when that was dedicated. And that's what the backside looked like of that coin. This isn't the only Morgan silver dollar I have. It's just the only one that I've got that's certified. So then I move over here. Here's another one. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is the peace dollar. This is a P. I actually just got this one yesterday. I just picked this up. This is a 1924 silver peace dollar. So a little over 100 years old. And that's what that looked like on the back side. I'll get some of these coins graded eventually. These are raw. I will get these certified at some point. There's another Morgan. And this one is 1878, which is the first year of the Morgan. So this one is 148. Is that right? 148 years old? Yeah. 148 years old. It's got some what they call toning to it because these are silver. The silver sometimes does take on a little color, a little toning to it. And that's what you're seeing here. And I think this is an S. You'll see the little S mint mark right there. So that's an 1878 San Francisco mint silver dollar. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we've got another one here. Now it's 1879, so that's the following year. 1879 Morgan. And that's just that's the Philadelphia mint. Okay. I'm going to save those two for last. I've got a few of these. This is a 1964 Kennedy half dollar. This was right after he was assassinated. They put him on the half dollar, replacing the Benjamin Franklin. And that particular year, it was 90% silver. That's the only year that it was 90% silver. The following year, I think it went down to maybe 40%. But I've got a few of those. 1964, 1964, 1964. It didn't used to be. Silver wasn't that high there for a while, but now it's become a little bit more expensive. It's around 80 bucks an ounce. So each one of those is, 90% silver. So with all these silver coins, it kind of matters now. Now this one's a little different. This, you see the year up there. This might be my oldest U.S. coin, actually. I think this might be my oldest U.S. coin, 1851. So this one is 175 years old. This is a good size coin here, but it is 1 cent. It's about the same size. Hold on, let me see if I can show this to you. It's about the same size as that $50, almost. But it's a penny. I wonder if I can sit that up on top. See how you can see any of that $50. Yeah, they're about the same size, all right. Roughly about the same size as a $50. It's what they call a large cent. They would later start making pennies a little bit smaller as copper got a little bit more expensive. But yeah, that's just a 1 penny coin, 1 cent. I'm sorry, 1 cent coin. And you can see the Liberty in the crown there. It is a little worn. You can see there's a little bit of wear to it. But I just thought it was cool, so I bought it. This is a 1936, what they call Mercury dime. Wasn't that expensive to purchase, so you can see the price there that I paid for it, $8. I was willing to pay the $8 for it just because it was in pretty good shape. You can see the bands on the torch there, which is a big condition thing with those Mercury dimes. Let's see. This is we just changed to a nickel. I was expecting a different coin there. 1939 Jefferson nickel, very good condition. This is another nickel, but this is going back a little ways. This is an 1883 nickel. You can see, some of my stuff's starting to fall over here. I'll have to get that. That's what they call the V nickel. That's the Roman numeral for 5, of course. So 5 cents. That's the one that I was looking for. That's the 1943 S Mercury dime. This one also has a little bit of toning to it. Very pretty coin. I like that one. I want to get that one graded at some point. I've got a lot of newer quarters here. This one was not expensive. You see it's a 1989 S quarter. Not a lot of value to it, but it was in really good shape. So I said, you know what? Why not? I'll pick up some of these cheaper coins that are in really good shape. And that's the 1976 S. I bought that one because that's the year that I was born. That's what the quarters look like. The year that I was born, that was the 200th anniversary of the United States. So they did a special design that year. There's the 1969 proof quarter. That one was at 57 years ago. It's nearly perfect. I don't know if I'll ever get those graded, but those cheaper ones, I'm not sure if it would really be worth it. Some of these cheaper coins may not be worth grading them, although I might grade all of these coins at some point, just to hand them down to my kids. I intend for these to be coins that my family keeps in perpetuity. 2003. So a lot of proof nickels there. 2012. I probably will try to get all this certified at some point. Just send it in one big bulk thing and try to get it just knocked out. I'm not sure if I want to get them graded through PCGS or NGC. I kind of like the NGC service. I don't know. We'll just have to see which one I decide. There's a 1959 Jefferson nickel, also in very good shape. I have almost a complete collection of the Jefferson nickels. I have an album where I've got them kind of filled in there. That's a 47D. And okay, this is going back a little further. 1865. Now this one's hard to see, unfortunately. This is a, I don't know if you can see that, 2 cents, 2-cent coin. The government used to make 2-cent coins. This was 1865, which was the last year of the Civil War, of course. So this was U.S. This is not Confederate currency. This is U.S. I don't know if you can see that. This was a United States of America produced coin. That's not Confederate. And there's a good old Indian head penny from 1886. United States of America, 1 cent. And United States of America, that's 1880. And now I'm going to show you my oldest coins that I have in my possession. This is the next to oldest. This is a denarius. Roman, that's Septimus Severo. He was the Roman leader at the time. I bought this in a coin shop in Madrid, and that's 202 Después de Cristo, which means after Christ, so 202 AD. And this has got the amount of silver, 3.3 is the weight, grams, 3.31 grams of silver. So this coin is 1,824 years old. Now, you might be wondering if this is fake. No, it's not fake. These are real. To be honest with you, they're actually not that expensive, and they're not that hard to find. They are more difficult to find in this good of condition, and that's why I paid 165 euros for it. But they're actually not as rare as you might think. This one is the oldest one that I have. This is the Emperor Trajan. This is Trajan. You may have heard of the Emperor Trajan. He was actually born in Spain. He was born right outside Seville, at a city called Italica in Seville, right outside modern-day Seville. This one was 200 euros. That's a little bit older. So this one is 116 Después de Cristo. So the year 116. So this one is 1910 years old. So this is officially the oldest coin that I have in my possession. That coin shop in Madrid, they did have coins older than this. They had some Greek coins that went back even further than this, but they were out of my budget. They were considerably out of my budget. They were somewhere close to and they were in the thousands of euros, and I just couldn't. I was not about to spend that kind of money on it at the time. I was like, no. So this is a well reputed coin shop in Madrid where I bought these. It's right there in that coin shop is right there in the Plaza Mayor in Madrid. So it's a reputable coin shop there in Madrid. I just thought it was really cool to have Roman coins. You know, they say that us guys are really into the Roman Empire stuff. So I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm having a hard time managing myself here. But anyway, I've got my magnifying glass there, and I've got these. I got these little holders for my silver dollars yesterday, and put some of them in there. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to show y'all that I have that map up there. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's a map of Spain, older map. I think it was made in the 1800s. That's an 1800s map of Spain right there. I have the little traditional Spanish fans there on the wall. Yep. I've got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of junk. I really need to clean this room up a little bit. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all soon.